Good morning everyone. Now in this video we are going to new chapter called royalty account. Okay, now let's start the chapter with the help of an example. I am an landlord. I having some property that I when it want to lease purpose giving my property to the lease to one person. Say he is Mr. A. Okay, giving for lease taking by Mr. A all lease basis. So for utilizing my property whenever he gets production, on the production he has to pay me that is royalty. So to pay me, that is royalty. So because Mr. A is called lessee, so landlord is called lessor. Okay, it's clear. So royalty is an amount payable by one person to another person for use of an asset or right monopoly. It is periodical payment in the nature of rent made to the person for the right to use of certain property such as mine, patent, copyright. So when a person, it means lessor, having a excluding right of some kind of surrenders it to another person, it means lessee. So, in exchange for certain amount calculated, it refers to output or units produced or sold. Such an amount is known as royalty. Okay. So then there are three type of royalties. The first one, mining royalty. So it is a periodical payment generally based on output made by lessee of a mine or colliery to the lessor or landlord. For example, by the lessee in mining business to the lessor for the mine for having been allowed to use mine to extracted minerals. Okay. So next one, patent royalty. So it is the periodical payment based on output made by the lessee of a patent or patent right to be lessor or patentee. So for example, by the publisher in publishing business to authors of books for having been allowed to publish the books. Okay. So then copyright royalty. So it is also periodical payment based on sales made by lessee of a copyright. So for example, by manufacture license to the owners of patent having been allowed to manufacture articles. So clear. Next, the royalty is a revenue expenditure just like an nominal account. Okay, it's like payment of rent. So the revenue income to lessor in the nature of nominal account, it is credited to royalty receivable account and transferred to profit and loss account in the time of closing the account. Okay, so okay, the minimum rent. So what is meant by minimum rent? The minimum rent called as other words deed rent or fixed rent or float rent. So the minimum rent is guaranteed minimum amount payable by the lessees to the landlord. So irrespective of the actual output or sales of lessee. So it is the minimum rent of amount which the lessee has to pay each period when the mine is not working at all, when the output of the period. So it's below the certain quantity provided for the agreement.